more and more. And I just can't believe there are human beings that are so disrespectful.
They couldn't stand. Laken Riley's mother was fighting back tears. I know Jocelyn Nungary has cried endless days and hours over the death of her 12-year-old daughter. This young man, 12 years old, survived cancer, and these people sat on their ass, and they couldn't even applaud wonderful Americans like this, people that have suffered and are still suffering. They are cold. They are heartless. You don't have a conscience. You don't have a soul if you can't stand for people like that. But if that's who they want to be, then so be it. Just know what you're dealing with. I've got to run. We're up on the clock. But Debbie, God bless you. I can tell you have a sweetness about you that I wish most people had. I can just tell. God bless you.
Up next, our final roundup and information overload hour.
This is WHIO's Sean Hannity, Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Now from the WHIO News Center, here are the three big things you need to know. The body of a man is discovered in the woods near the Lowe's in Miami Township today. The House could vote today on a bill to keep the government funded into September. In our current top local story, Dayton cops look into reports of a shooting near a park.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Refresh your ride with brand new tires at unbeatable prices. Plus, buy 4 new tires and get 4 free oil changes, an additional $300 value. Make an appointment today at GrismerTire.com.
This is a WHIO Red Alert traffic update.
Well, we're still dealing with the leftovers from an accident earlier on I-75 north at Benchwood. I pulled back on the red alert a few minutes ago, but thought we better put it back in because traffic is slowing up once again to about a 20 to 25 minute delay. If it were me, I think at this point I would take the Route 35 exit, take the surface streets to avoid this backup. I'm Will Harris, WHIO Triple Team Traffic.
Now here's the Miami Valley's most accurate and dependable forecast.
For this evening into tonight, we'll have a mostly sunny sky giving way to a mostly clear sky at night. Cool tonight with low temperatures in the low and mid 40s. For Wednesday, mostly sunny, warm again with a high near 70. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney for Dayton's Severe Weather Station 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
The latest scan of the live Doppler 7 radar. It's clear and sunny around the area right now. Looking at 72 in Huber Heights and 72 in Dayton at 4:54. These stories and more coming up. Our next scheduled newscast is at 5 o'clock. I'm Ron Otto, WHIO Continuing News.
This is a Consumer Warrior Clark Howard Minute.
So much conversation about crypto. I'm asked a lot about it. A lot of people get upset with me that I'm so cautious about you being involved with crypto. And it is still a Wild West kind of thing. You may have heard, if you're into crypto, that Bybit got hit by hackers and $1.5 billion of its customers' money that was stored with Bybit is now lost in space. There are rumors that the money was stolen by North Korean hackers. Who knows exactly where that money's gone? The problem is, for you as a consumer, you have money on a crypto exchange, you feel like it's going to be safe. It's not necessarily safe from a hacker, and there's no FDIC insurance.
Clark is WHIO's Consumer Warrior, and you can hear him during Miami Valley's Morning News on WHIO.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brian Kilmeade.
Hi, everyone. WHIO's Brian Kilmeade here, and I am coming to Dayton, and I want to see you in person. So join me at the Victoria Theater for my show, History, Liberty, and Laughs.
I love a good Kilmeade joke, obviously, just as much as the next guy and woman.
Also with Fox Nation. I'll be there Saturday, June 21st. So buy your tickets now at DaytonLive.org.
My self-esteem is gone.
And you can upgrade your tickets for a VIP experience where we can meet before the show backstage and take some pictures.
You'll see the picture online. What was in the picture?
Join me, Brian Kilmeade, in Dayton, all part of the year-long WHIO 90th anniversary celebration. And did I mention I might bring a few of my friends to join me? You never know who might show up.
They'll open it for the big names, but when you close the book, you remember the other names. We're not America without those so-called average everyday Americans doing great things.
Buy your tickets now and tell them Brian sent you, only from WHIO, AM1290 and 95.7 FM. Dayton's weather, traffic, and Fox News station.
This is the legendary WHIO.
This is Lou M. Now let's check on morning traffic.
Dayton's only 24-hour news station. Using the power of News Center 7, we have dozens of reporters all over the Miami Valley.
Breaking news in Tip City. This is a live
with
look.
one mission, to bring you breaking news when it happens.
News Center 7's Kayla McDermott is live along
Major stories that impact your family.
New Oregon District mass shooting information.
We're the home of Dayton's only all-news morning show, Miami Valley's Morning News.
This is Larry Hansgen.
Then, throughout the day, listen for updated local news every 15 minutes.
Dayton and Springfield's 24-hour news, weather, and traffic station.
When breaking news happens, we stop what we're doing and go wall to wall. For us, there's nothing more important than live, local news on the radio. It's a tradition since 1935.
WHIO.
This is 1290 and 95.7 WHIO, Dayton's News and Talk.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. And never give in to a meltdown. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never let them have too much screen time. And never bribe them for just one more bite. You say you'd never let them out in public without their hair brushed. Never, ever become a minivan mom. And you'd never give them your phone for a quiet dinner.
Calling boss work phone.
So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
For This Week in History, I'm Ron Otto. March 9th, 1959, Barbie makes her debut at the American Toy Fair in New York and will go on to sell over 1 billion units worldwide. March 10th, 1940, Chuck Norris is born in Ryan, Oklahoma.
Because that's where the Rangers gonna be.
March 10th, 1876, Alexander Graham Bell tells his assistant Thomas Watson, "Come here, I want to see you," through his new invention, the telephone. March 15th, 44 BC, the Ides of March. Julius Caesar is stabbed to death by Brutus, Cassius, and several other senators in Rome.
It's too.
Live from the WHIO News Center, this is Miami Valley's News at 5. Our top local story reports of a shooting in East Dayton this afternoon.
It was a beautiful day out there today, and we have warmer weather in the days ahead. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney. My forecast is coming up.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Expert brake repair you can trust. Make sure you can stop when you need to the most. Get a little peace of mind by making an appointment today with your trusted brake repair experts at GrismerTire.com.
This is a WHIO Red Alert traffic update.
Well, traffic is starting to move again on 75 North, but we're still got about a 20-minute delay. Due to an earlier accident, 75 North at Benchwood had the left lanes blocked. I would still, at this point, probably exit the freeway at Route 35, take the surface streets to avoid this backup. I'm Will Harris, WHIO Triple Team Traffic.
These stories and more coming up. I'm Ron Otto. WHIO News Time is exactly 5 o'clock.
WHIO, Dayton, Springfield. Celebrating our 90th year as the Miami Valley's leading news station. Weather, traffic, and breaking news starts now.
It is our top local story. Dayton police are converging on an area of East 2nd Street on reports of a shooting. Here's what we know now. This is near Washington Park. Officers got the call around 3:26 p.m. A woman tells our reporter there on the scene that a 15-year-old boy was shot. We're still waiting for a confirmation from police right now, and we're working to get more details. WHIO News Time is 5:01. It's now 73 degrees in Dayton. New details on the body found near the Lowe's in Miamisburg Tuesday. Miami Township police say the man was living in a tent in the wooded area behind the store on Martin Drive. His friend reported finding him dead. and the death does not appear to be suspicious. Cops are still looking into it. Republicans on Capitol Hill are aiming to pass a spending bill to keep the government funded as early as this afternoon.
All members of Congress to vote to continue funding this government so we can continue the business of the American people, which elected President Trump to do.
The White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, a government shutdown could happen as early as this weekend if the bill isn't passed. Ontario's premier is backing down on his threat of electricity price hikes after threats of a tariff hike on steel and aluminum products from Canada.
Rather than waiting till April the 2nd, threats going back and forth, tit for tat, I've agreed to suspend temporarily, and we always have that tool in our toolkit.
Doug Ford plans to meet with U.S. delegates on Thursday.
This is WHIO Continuing News.
Girl Scouts are being sued on claims that metals are present in the cookies they traditionally sell.
The federal lawsuit filed by consumers this week in Brooklyn, New York, cites a study last year claiming samples of Girl Scout cookies tested from 3 states contained above allowed levels of at least 4 of 5 elements classified as heavy metals.
Fox's Gernal Scott in New York reporting. WHIO News Time is 5:02. The latest Storm Center 7 forecast is coming up next.
This is the Miami Valley's home for Fox News, the most powerful name in news. WHIO. The WHIO call letter still means something in the Miami Valley. The original news legends, Lou M., Don Wayne, Jim Baldridge, Gil Whitney. We are standing on the giants of Dayton radio, and we take their legacy seriously. Nothing is as good as the best local news possible, serving you in your hometown. It's important to us. WHIO was and is the #1 news station in the region. You're listening to the legendary WHIO. Depend on it. This is a Consumer Warrior Clark Howard Minute.
If you're in college, or let's say you have a kid who's in college or going soon, I want to tell you the hottest thing right now is to go in a college program where you work, not just wherever, but you work in jobs that are in the field of what you're studying, and it lets you stand above the crowd. This is the #1 way for someone to take a college degree and be successful with it after graduating from college. College is so expensive, it's better actually to stretch college to get that degree to 5 or 6 years working while in school, so that when you graduate, you not only have the credential, but you also have experience in the field you want to work in.
Clark is WHIO's Consumer Warrior, and you can hear him during Miami Valley's Morning News on WHIO.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Brian Kilmeade.
Hi, everyone. WHIO's Brian Kilmeade here, and I am coming to Dayton at the Victoria Theater for my show History, Liberty, and Laughs, also with Fox Nation, Saturday, June 21st. So buy your tickets now at DaytonLive.org, and you can upgrade your tickets for a VIP experience where you can meet before the show backstage and take some pictures. All part of the year-long WHIO 90th anniversary celebration. WHIO, AM1290, and 95.7 FM. Dayton's weather, traffic, and Fox News station.
This is Dayton's #1 news talk station. The superstars of conservative talk: Sean Hannity, Brian Kilmeade, Eric Erickson. Your weekday triple play, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. Depend on it.
WHIO News Time is 5:05. Now with the Miami Valley's most accurate and dependable forecast, your Storm Center 7 Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney.
For this evening into tonight, mostly sunny skies give way to a clear and cool night. We'll get down to 41 degrees. For Wednesday, mostly sunny, high of 70 degrees. Thursday, partly cloudy, very slight chance of a shower with a high of 71. Friday, partly cloudy, warm and breezy, up to 75 degrees. We'll have a chance of showers and thunderstorms on Saturday, the potential of a few stronger storms, high of 71. Sunday, just plain old rain showers with highs back in the mid-50s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney for Dayton's Severe Weather Station, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
The latest scan of the live Doppler 7 radar. It's clear, sunny, nice around the Miami Valley this hour. 70 in Springfield, 73 in Dayton at 5:06.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Refresh your ride with brand new tires at unbeatable prices. Plus, buy 4 new tires and get 4 free oil changes, an additional $300 value. Make an appointment today at GrismerTire.com.
This is a WHIO Red Alert traffic update.
Earlier accident on I-75 north at Benchwood still has us with quite a little bit of a delay and some heavy traffic. Left lane blocked there with that crash. If you wish, you may save some time by exiting the freeway at Route 35. Take the surface streets to avoid that backup. I'm Will Harris, WHIO Triple Team Traffic.
Our next scheduled news in less than 15 minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 at 95.7 WHIO, Dayton's News and Talk. Depend on it.
If news breaks, we break in anytime. Now, back to America's most powerful talk lineup. This is WHIO.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.
Hey, I'm here for the big show.
This guy, Todd, did he make you laugh?
He's funny.
He's amusing sometimes. It's kind of a big show.
Okay, boys, hit it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Holst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
That's hot. That's hot.
It's hot.
So hot.
Personally, I think it's hot.
That's hot. That's hot.
So hot.
Oh my God, that's hot.
I think it's hot.
That's hot. That's hot.
This is hot.
It is so hot.
That's hot.
So hot, right?
I think it's so hot.
It's so hot.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. And yes, I mean, it's not hot, but relative to what it was like a week or two ago, I mean, right now, looking at the radar and the temperatures, 77 in Oxford. I bet the students of Miami are going nuts right now. This is perfect. Let's get drunk out in the front yard weather. Woohoo! Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully it'll last and stick around. This is the Evening Edge. Tonight on the show, this is exciting. I'm going to talk to my buddy Ron here in a second. It is National Worship of Tools Day. Now, I know. I talk about a lot of, quote, national days. And this one sounds a bit ridiculous, but it's a real thing. It's a real thing. And we're going to talk about tools tonight. It's tool time. It's tool time here on the Evening Edge.
I just came by to see if I could borrow some of your tools.
Can you just pack up your tools?
Those are my tools.
Tools are useful because you can make stuff with them and you can fix stuff with them.
Where do you keep your tools?
He's got a full set of tools.
You got your tools, I got mine.
Don't ever touch my tools again.
Have you ever heard of this holiday, Ron? National Worship of Tools Day.
Not until like half an hour ago when you told me.
Yeah. So this is like a real thing. Now, they say it's a real thing. It's actually on the national holiday calendar. And one of the ways they say to celebrate is if you post on social media, use the hashtag Worship of Tools Day. And I did that, and nothing else showed up online. So I think I might be the only one doing it. I'm not sure, but it's a real thing. So I was thinking, because of this holiday, this national observance of tools, we'd have some fun with that tonight, among other things on the show. We actually have a tool or no tool quiz a little bit later. We actually have 3 chances for people to win an Evening Edge jackpot coffee mug. But, I mean, are you a tool guy?
Not really.
Not really?
Not really, yeah. I mean, I could have all the tools in the world. That doesn't mean I can operate them properly.
Right, yeah. You know, what's funny is that in my house, my wife is the one who's much better with using the tools than I. Whenever there's something that needs to be fixed, she knows exactly the tool to go to.
Right.
Well, she used to work at Lowe's. So,
there you go.
she was the head cashier at Lowe's in Beaver Creek for a number of years. So all of the tools that came in and out, and I'm not talking about the customers. I'm talking about the gear, the actual hardware.
Okay.
She knows about.
All right.
And we have a lot of tools. They're not really organized. That's the problem. Is just she knows the tools. I don't know them as well, but neither of us are terribly organized. So we have like 5 or 6 toolboxes, a couple in the garage, one upstairs, one near the bathroom, one in the trunk, that kind of thing. But so you don't really have like a favorite tool, or is there one that you automatically go to whenever you think, hey, I bet that would work?
Any tool that helps me clean my grill. That's my favorite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's it. That's about all.
I was thinking earlier today, if I had to narrow it down, one of my favorite, it's actually a tool that I inherited from my from my grandpa Holst, who was he worked in a factory on some machinery, and I got some of his old tools. The ball peen hammer.
There you go.
You have a little ball peen hammer? Those things are great.
Yes.
And as I posted online, they're not just functional. They're light. They're very easy, and it's fun to say. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is.
Ball peen. What's your ball peen? So
much more popular years ago.
Much more popular. I think most tools were more popular years ago.
Probably.
Because back then, people had to fix stuff. Now, it's so disposable. If it doesn't work, you just toss it and you go buy a new one.
Well, they have a power tool that will do the same job as, say, a ball peen hammer.
Oh, yeah. That is...
Things like that.
Yeah, that is true. Now, have you ever had any tool accidents or mishaps?
Oh, I'm sure I have, but none that have left deep scars. I'll say that. I
actually have a scar on my hand from a tool mishap.
Oh, a tool bit you once?
Well, yeah. And I was about 5 years old, and I mentioned my grandpa. I was playing with his tools. After he retired, he had a big bag of all of his tools. And I was going through, and I was playing with the tools, and I got the wise idea to hold a chisel in my hand and then hammer it. Not with a ball peen.
Okay.
And that chisel went right into the base of my hand, and I still have a scar.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, I thought we could talk about our favorite tools. Or maybe if you have a tool mishap that you'd like to share. That's not too gory. I mean, it is dinner time for many people, right? We don't want to freak people out. But if you got one, 937-457-1290. If you're thinking about celebrating National Worship of Tools Day, some ideas, go shopping for new tools. A lot of people love shopping for new tools. You can never have too many tools. Also, get to work on your latest project and put your tools to work. And my favorite, spend some extra time shining up your tools or fixing them if they need it. Taking care of your tools helps them last longer, which is a benefit to you. 937-457-1290. I need to give a shout out to Delilah. That's not right. Delilah. That's it. Delilah. She is a Girl Scout. And she was on the show a couple of weeks ago doing one of her Girl Scout cookie pitches. And, I'm a sucker for cookies. And she sold me a box of caramel delights or caramel delights. That's a hot topic as to how to pronounce caramel or caramel or caramel. But anyway, Delilah and her mom and her 2 brothers stopped by the station today and dropped off the caramel delights. So you can take a picture or take a look at the picture, post it on my Facebook. She was a delightful young lady. 937-457-1290. Mike in Dayton. What's up, Mike? How you doing, buddy?
Good. It's been a long time since I called in, I feel like.
Well, I'm glad you called.
Yeah, man. So I'm a local contractor. I've got tons of stories, but I'll make a couple quick, my favorite ones. Man, I've seen a guy catch himself on fire with a grinder while operating it.
Really?
Oh, yeah. He was standing right behind the spark while we were cutting sheet metal and caught himself on fire after we told him multiple times not to do that.
Don't do it, and he didn't heed your warnings. Now, was it a bad fire, or was it just like his...
Oh, no.
Wow.
No, it was just kind of he was that guy of that day.
No, I got you. I got you.
I was seeing another. I'm sorry, not to cut you off.
No. Go ahead.
Another one of my favorites, Tree Company. I saw a squirrel jump in a cherry lift, a cherry box. One of those lifts.
Yeah.
Very similar to the genies nowadays.
Right.
But anyway, they were cutting the top of a tree off. Squirrel jumped in the bucket on him. Oh, no. Was running around on him because it didn't know where to go, and he got scared and jumped out of the bucket.
The guy did?
Yeah.
The guy jumped out of the bucket because the squirrel was in there with him?
Yeah. But, he was harnessed off, so he was just dangling there until they lowered the...
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. I saw a video today. I knew that I was going to talk about this today, and I was jumping around YouTube, and I saw a video of a guy being interviewed. He was doing some welding. I guess he was working on a car, and he was underneath the car, and he was on his side, and he had his little welding gun, and he was doing his thing underneath the car, and he didn't do something correctly with the metal that I guess I don't know much about welding, but the way I understood it is the welder has like the machine or the tool has like a little piece of metal that kind of comes out and it melts, and then that's how you adhere two pieces together.
The tack welder.
It dripped in his ear.
Oh, good Lord.
Yes. That is a horrible tool mishap for sure.
Yeah, I've had it drip on me.
All right, Mike, I appreciate your call. Have a good one.
All right. You too.
937-457-1290. I meant to talk about this story last night, and I just didn't get to it. One of my favorite forums on Reddit is Am I the A-hole? And the questions that people ask are varied. And it's one of those situations, and we've all kind of been there, where maybe somebody calls you out on something or someone confronts you, and you're like, wait a second, was I wrong? You just don't feel like, I don't think I did anything wrong, but then you start to question yourself. Well, this has to do with lending money to family. And that's a tough thing. That's a tough thing because nobody wants to be put in that situation, because even if you have it, you might kind of feel like, well, they're my sibling or they're whoever they might be. I'm not sure I'm ever going to see this again, right? And if you're tight on funds, you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but at the same time, what are you supposed to do? Give them the money? Well, this is an interesting story, and I thought I'd get your take on it. There's a 39-year-old woman back in December. Her brother asked if he could borrow $700 to fix his truck. Truck broke down, needed it to get to work, and he asked this sister. And the sister was like, look, I just can't do it. It's too tight financially. It's Christmas time. I need to buy gifts. I can't lend you the money. Okay, fine. Well, a couple of months later, just this past February, she noticed one day that her dog had stopped eating and was starting to lose a little bit of weight. So in a panic, and if my dog stopped eating, I would be concerned, as we all would. She took him to the vet. Well, it turns out that the dog had a dental abscess. Now, this is one of those things you got to get taken care of. Got to get taken care of. So she did. She paid for the treatment. $1,200. So when this got out to her brother and other family, including her dad, they went nuts on her, saying that you couldn't lend your brother $700 to fix his car, which, by the way, he ended up losing his job because he couldn't get to work. But you had the money to pay $1,200 for your dog's dental abscess? And everybody's giving her grief. And I read that and I thought, are you kidding me? She's completely in the right here. Am I wrong? I don't think so. If you can help your brother or whoever, great. But, that's a family member, the dog too, right? So, I don't know. I thought I'd get your take on that. People were going nuts. Even her dad. Her dad said she needs to apologize for lying about not having the money. I call BS on.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Holst.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy, a hero.
Oh, he's a keeper. It's fun listening. It's a good ride, but there's never any real danger.
Give it some time, man. You'll realize. You'll see. He'll grow on you.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
From the WHIO News Center, here are the three big things you need to know. Miami Township cops say a man living in a tent in the woods near a Lowe's was found dead there today. President Trump says he isn't worried about the sell-off on Wall Street or trade fears. And our current top local story, Dayton cops investigate a shooting near a park this afternoon.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Expert brake repair you can trust. Make sure you can stop when you need to the most. Get a little peace of mind by making an appointment today with your trusted brake repair experts at GrismerTire.com.
Well, you still could find some leftover residuals from an earlier accident on 75 North. It'd be a little bit slow from downtown about to Route 4 up to maybe Needmore, but traffic is moving. I'm Will Harris in WHIO Triple Team Traffic.
Now here's the Miami Valley's most accurate and dependable forecast.
For this evening into tonight, we'll have a mostly sunny sky, giving way to a mostly clear sky at night. Cool tonight with low temperatures in the low and mid 40s. For Wednesday, mostly sunny, warm again with a high near 70. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney for Dayton's Severe Weather Station, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Latest scan of the live Doppler 7 radar, all clear, lots of sunshine, breezy but warm, 73 in Xenia and 73 in Dayton at 523. These stories and more coming up. Our next scheduled newscast is at 5:30. I'm Ron Otto, WHIO Continuing News.
This is a Consumer Warrior Clark Howard Minute.
Okay, there's a weird thing I got to share with you. You know how when you pull a credit card out of your wallet, it'll have a number on it? Well, do you know that next time you get a renewal of your card, it may not have any numbers on it at all? And the reason is that credit card companies are trying to stamp out so much fraud. And there are now electronically embedded numbers inside a card, and that's enough. On your statement, stuff you have from your credit card company will have your actual number available to you, but more and more you're going to find that the number you're going to be using will be tokenized, kind of like what happens if you use Apple Pay or Google Wallet, where it generates a randomized number every time you use that particular card. That's the system we're going to for all credit card transactions.
Clark is WHIO's Consumer Warrior, and you can hear him during Miami Valley's Morning News on WHIO. The 50,000-watt giant of Miami Valley Radio. From Lima to Kentucky, Columbus to Indianapolis. The station that cares about every town in between. We love this region as much as you do. Covering weather, traffic, and news is still our #1 priority. Nothing is more important as keeping radio local, in touch with the community, and relevant to you and your family. Welcome to the legendary 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. Depend on it.
Serve you. My name's Charles. I've been obsessed with classic cars before most of them were even considered classics, actually. My dad loved them, which meant I loved them. We had an old Corvair in our garage that we spent more time tinkering with than it probably spent on the road. And that was the way we both liked it. Dad created a happy world for me every day that I'll never forget. And that's why I'm so happy that he's at the incredible world that is Legacy Village.
Hi, I'm Steve, the Executive Director at Legacy Village in Xenia. Legacy Village was created for those 55 and better, and it is indeed a world. Sitting within 253 acres, Legacy is a world with patio homes on tree-lined streets, stress-free luxury apartments, and assisted living and memory care support if needed. Forever amenities, forever activities, fresh food, first-class service, and dozens of new friends to share it all with. This is not your grandparents' kind of senior living, but it could be. We are now taking tours. Google Legacy Village Xenia to schedule yours.
Have you lost weight in the past but gained it all back and more? Hi, this is Dr. Justin with Dayton Weight Loss Secret, and we know the secret to losing weight fast and easy and keeping it off long term. Our program can help you lose 20 to 30 pounds in a month or two without prepackaged meals, no exercising, no drugs, no surgery, no injections, and no need to be hungry. Our program helps reset your metabolism to keep the weight off for good. Schedule your free consultation at DaytonWeightLossSecret.com.
This is Larry Hanskin, and Dr. Justin is right. I lost 30 pounds in 3 months, and I'm keeping it off.
The Dayton Weight Loss Secret program has successfully helped thousands of people lose 20 to 30 pounds in just a few months. So schedule your free consultation in person or virtually by calling 937-963-0100 or go online to DaytonWeightLossSecret.com. Results may vary.
What if your business could see beyond what is and into what can be? What if you could create more impact in every decision? What if you had a partner as visionary as you are? With Bank of America, you get access to our trusted experts, real-time insights, and digital tools. So whether you run a local shop or a global enterprise, you're backed by business solutions to make every move matter. What would you like the power to do? Find out how at bankofamerica.com/banking for business. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank sponsor of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings. Because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. But don't just take our word for it. Here's Jackie and Veronica, real customers.
I didn't know that I could get something for a lot less money that was actually better than who I was with before.
Anytime anybody complains about their cell phone bill, we say, you've got to check out Consumer Cellular.
Our U.S.-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Just call or click to see how much you can save today. Because when it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit ConsumerCellular.com. That's 1-888-FREEDOM or ConsumerCellular.com today. Real people paid to share their opinions in this ad. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
New information on a body found near a local Lowe's. We'll have that for you at 5:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hulst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
Something told me to turn on the radio.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hulst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Well, now is the time. We're going to announce the winner of the Evening Edge First Florist Dayton Made gift basket. And Bryn, my producer tonight, if you could hop on the air there. I have all the entries right here, all printed out. 123 people registered to win this great gift basket from First Florist in the month of February. I would like you to give me a number between 1 and 213.
Let's go with 126.
126. That winner, that name is Pamela Ziegler of Huber Heights. Congratulations, Pamela. You are the winner. This is pretty cool. Here's the gift basket from First Florist. You get a First Florist gift certificate, Esther Price Candy, Dots Pretzels, Marion's Piazza, Boston Stoker Coffee, dressing from the Pine Club, and, of course, one of those cool Evening Edge with Todd jackpot coffee mugs. We're doing this throughout the year. Every month we will draw a new winner. So make sure you get registered. You go to eveningedgetodd.com to register, or find it on our contest page at WHIO.com.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hulst.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy, a hero.
He's a keeper.
It's fun listening. It's a good ride, but there's never any real danger.
Give it some time, man. You'll realize. You'll see. He'll grow on you.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Live from the WHIO News Center, this is the Miami Valley's news at 5:30. Our top local story, cops look for details in a shooting in East Dayton this afternoon.
We do enjoy some nice warm weather this week, but that may set us up for a chance of storms. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney. My forecast is coming up.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Refresh your ride with brand new tires at unbeatable prices. Plus, buy 4 new tires and get 4 free oil changes, an additional $300 value. Make an appointment today at Grismer GrismerTire.com.
You could still find some slow traffic on 75 north through the downtown Dayton area. Leftovers from an earlier accident could be delaying things just a little bit. The rest of the freeway system, no delays or accidents. I'm Will Harris, WHIO Triple Team Traffic.
These stories and more coming up. I'm Ron Otto. WHIO News Time is exactly 5:30.
WHIO, Dayton Springfield. Celebrating our 90th year as the Miami Valley's leading news station. Weather, traffic, and breaking news starts now.
It is our top local story. Dayton police are investigating a shooting near Washington Park this afternoon. This woman says she helped the victim.
We heard about like 5 or 6 shots, and then we saw 2 kids running diagonally across the park, and one dropped, the other one ran faster, and the one who dropped started yelling for help.
Now we're working to get more details from the scene. New details on the body found near the Lowe's in Miamisburg on Tuesday. Miami Township Police say the man was living in a tent in the wooded area behind the store on Martin Drive. His friend reported finding him dead, and the death does not appear to be suspicious. Cops are still looking into it, though. The sell-off on Wall Street won't change President Trump's mind about tariffs.
The president says he is doubling tariffs on Canadian aluminum and steel from 25% to 50% tomorrow.
Now, Fox's Jared Halpern reporting the Dow lost another 478 points in trading today. And we have breaking news. In the last half an hour, new information on a private plane crash in Pennsylvania over the weekend. One of the people who survived the crash on Sunday is a Cedarville University student. Judah White is a sophomore from Manheim, Pennsylvania, who was traveling back to campus after spring break. All 4 people on that plane were treated for minor injuries, and the FAA considers the crash to be an accident.
This is WHIO Continuing News.
The Clark County Springfield City Commissioners will be addressing the city's homeless population during a meeting tonight. The agenda shows second readings of 2 ordinances that would authorize the city manager to enter into agreements to help the situation. Tonight's meeting is at 7 o'clock. Now with Miami Valley's most accurate and dependable forecast, here's Storm Center 7 Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney.
For this evening into tonight, we'll have a mostly sunny sky, giving way to a mostly clear sky at night. Cool tonight with low temperatures in the low and mid 40s. For Wednesday, mostly sunny, warm again with a high near 70. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney for Dayton's Severe Weather Station, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
The latest scan of the live Doppler 7 radar, clear and sunny around the area now. It's breezy and warm, 72 in Huber Heights, 73 in Dayton at 5:33. Our next scheduled news in less than 15 minutes and immediately when it breaks. I'm Ron Otto, 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. Dayton's news and talk depend on it.
This is the Miami Valley's home for Fox News, the most powerful name in news. WHIO.
All the local news notifications you need.
For kids today, we have dozens of schools closing early due to the storm.
All the local emergency weather information you need.
Standing by for another update on this huge storm about ready to hit the Miami Valley.
All the local traffic red alerts you need.
I-75 is closed in both directions. You could be sitting here for over an hour.
Download the WHIO app, Dayton's #1 local news app. Download it today. Dayton's News and Talk is WHIO.
I'm Parker Testa with the University of Dayton Sports Update. The Dayton Flyers beat VCU 75-67 in their final regular season game Friday night. Javon Bennett led the Flyers in points.
Back to Bennett for 3. It's good.
Bennett posted a Dayton career-high 22. Also having a night was Malachi Smith.
Malachi for 3. Got it!
Smith notched 13 points. Enoch Cheeks was also in double figures.
It's Cheeks and a monster dunk!
Cheeks dropped 12 points. Coach Grant after the win.
Proud of our guys because we did our part. We took care of what we needed to take care of in these 2 games, and now it's about trying to get prepared and understanding the lessons from the regular season and then putting ourselves in position to go try to win a championship in D.C.
Next time out, Dayton plays in the Atlantic 10 quarterfinals Friday night. Pregame begins at 6:30. Larry Hansgen has the call at 7:30 here on the home of the Flyers. I'm Parker Testa with your University of Dayton Sports Update on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
For This Week in History, I'm Ron Otto. March 9th, 1959, Barbie makes her debut at the American Toy Fair in New York and will go on to sell over 1 billion units worldwide. March 10th, 1940, Chuck Norris is born in Ryan, Oklahoma.
Because that's where the Rangers gonna be.
March 10th, 1876, Alexander Graham Bell tells his assistant, Thomas Watson, "Come here, I want to see you," through his new invention, the telephone. March 15th, 44 BC, the Ides of March. Julius Caesar is stabbed to death by Brutus, Cassius, and several other senators in Rome.
Lift 2.
For an easy way to get a daily detox? Pharmacist, best-selling author, and nutrition expert Sherry Torkos explains why Active Liver is the perfect solution.
The liver is an incredible organ. It works non-stop to process toxins and chemicals from our food and drinks, medications we take, and even environmental exposures. As a health expert, I'm often asked how to support the liver's natural detoxification process and offset the effects of fatty foods, sugar, and alcohol. I recommend Active Liver by New Nordic. This gentle plant-based supplement is an effective way to support your liver's vital functions as well as your energy and overall well-being.
With its powerful blend of turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke extract, Active Liver is the perfect way to get an easy daily detox to keep you healthy and feeling your best. Active Liver is available in both a delicious gummy or tablet. You can find Active Liver in the vitamin aisle at your local CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
If news breaks, we break in anytime. Now, back to America's most powerful talk lineup. This is WHIO.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
Could this day get any more fantastic?
Let's get on with it.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Holst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. And it is National Worship of Tools Day. Yeah, it's an actual thing, a real thing. People worshiping their tools. You know, screwdrivers, hammers, wrenches, vice grips. My favorite, the ball-peen hammer. And believe it or not, we have an Evening Edge tool or no tool contest. If you'd like to win an Evening Edge with Todd jackpot coffee mug and take the quiz, and we've got a couple of these quizzes tonight. See how the first one goes. 937-457-1290. Be the fifth caller. And we'll hook you up and you can take the quiz on the show. The Evening Edge tool or no tool contest. It's pretty simple. I'm going to give you the names of some unusual tools and the names of some things that aren't tools. And you just have to tell me if it's a tool or no tool. It's that simple. Very simple. So if you'd like to take it, be the fifth caller at 937-457-1290. Marilyn and Xenia. Hey, Marilyn.
Hello, Todd.
How you doing?
Just fine. I've got a couple of questions for you. It seems like you've only concentrated on indoor tools. Are you excluding us gardeners from the batch?
Oh, no. I'll just say the pictures that I saw with the National Worship of Tools Day, they all tended to be, like inside tool. Well, I mean, I wouldn't even call them inside tools. Because you could use a monkey wrench outside, right?
Yeah, well, right. I've used it to get the faucets tightened at winter and untightened.
See, this is what I'm saying. Yes. So do you have a favorite gardening tool?
Well, that's the thing. The tool you use most may not be your favorite. For example, I use a trowel even for weeding because you can get the roots out.
Yeah.
But my favorite is long-handled limb lopper that you can use for pruning. That sucker goes through stuff as thick as your thumb.
The long-handled limb lopper.
Yeah, it's got about a 1.5 or 2 foot long handles on it, so you've got plenty of leverage.
Wow.
You can prune roses, but you can also get rid of poison ivy at a distance. Just remember to dip it in something like an alcohol or whatever to get rid of the poison ivy.
Like bourbon? Like bourbon?
No, not good drinking stuff.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Pour something over it so you don't get the ivy on you again. And try not to touch the cutting end. But that sucker gets rid of any poison ivy for those of us that are susceptible.
Sure. Now, Marilyn, let me ask you this.
Outside.
In all your years of tooling around, have you ever had a tool mishap?
No, I haven't.
Oh, consider yourself lucky, Marilyn.
I can tell you this. My husband and I are ham radio operators. Do not operate any sort of heat device, such as a soldering iron, with a curious cat around.
Oh, yeah.
Because he ended up with a blister on his nose, and there is no way you can put ointment or anything else on a burnt cat.
Oh, no.
He had to see why it smelled like pine resin.
Yeah.
He found out.
Yep, I get you.
Does that count as a mishap?
I guess you could. It doesn't, mishap doesn't necessarily mean you lost a limb or anything like that. But
he had a blistered nose for a while.
I got you.
Yep.
I got you. All right, Marilyn, thank you for the call. I appreciate it.
Sure thing. Bye-bye.
All right, we got Harvey on the line. Is this Harvey?
Yes, it is.
You want to take the tool or no tool contest?
Yes.
Or play it or quiz? Okay, here we go.
I just came by to see if I could borrow some of your tools.
Can you just pack up your tools?
Those are my tools.
Tools are useful because you can make stuff with them and you can fix stuff with them. Where do you keep your tools?
He's got a full set of tools.
You got your tools, I got mine.
Don't ever touch my tools again.
All right, Harvey, where are you calling from, by the way? Where'd you say? I'm sorry.
Arcanum.
Oh, Arcanum. Okay. So, Harvey, here's the deal. I'm going to give you 5 names of possible tools. Some are real, some are not. Okay? And you just have to tell me tool or no tool. Does that make sense? If it's real, you say tool. If it's not, you say no tool.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just checking. Up for grabs is an Evening Edge Jackpot coffee mug. All right, here's question number 1. Jargon chisel. Jargon chisel. Is that a tool or not a tool?
Tool.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is not real. That is not real. By the way, you're going to win no matter what, so don't worry about it. You're just helping me play along on the show, that's all. All right, here's the second tool. Flat bastard file.
But after that first one, I'm not sure. I'm going to say tool.
You're saying tool?
Yep.
That is correct. A flat bastard file is used by machinists and engine builders who need to remove metal from anything from axles to lawnmower blades.
I use one on a lawnmower blade every year.
There you go. There you go. All right, here's the third one. A dabble drill.
Not a tool.
You are correct. It's not a tool. Not a tool. All right, here's the fourth one. Mortar hawk. A mortar hawk. Is it a tool or not a tool?
I'm going to say it's a tool.
You are correct. It's a small handheld platform that supports a pile of mortar or plaster. So you're doing pretty good. After that first one, you're a little shaky, but you've picked it up here. So good job, Harvey. And the final one, a quirk cutter. Quirk cutter. Did you say tool? Harvey, give me an answer. I didn't hear you.
Tool.
Tool. Oh, I'm sorry. That is not a tool. That is not a tool. But that's okay, Harvey. You win. Hang on the line. We'll get your details, and I'll give you the info on. Or I'll reach out to you so you can get your mug. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Don't go anywhere. Hang on the line, and Bryn will get your details. There you go. And that's how you play. Tool or no tool? I think we may do that again. Maybe next hour. 937-457-1290 is our number. Jim in Brookville. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Todd. Great show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I know a young fella that has a pair of cowboy spurs.
Yes, you do.
That were made from a weasel.
Weed Whizzle.
Easy for you to say.
Yes.
Yes, you. This is Cowboy Jim, and he delivered a pair of not just spurs, but with attached to cowboy boots last summer at the Submarine House eating contest, the big thing, the submarine contest out there in Kettering. And I still have those. They're sitting in my garage. You know, the thing is, the boots were like size 12. I wear a size 9. So I trip over them when I wear them. But
3 pair of socks and some newspaper.
That'll do it. All right. So you made hold on. You made the spurs from using what?
Yeah. The weed was weasel.
The weed, the weed whizzle?
Those
Weasel?
are the tines that you push to cut out the weeds in the rows of your garden.
Oh, that's what you made the spurs from?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, thank you for that. I had no idea how you made those, Jim.
You're welcome.
All right. There you go. 937-457-1290. Everything you wanted to know about tools tonight, right here on the Evening Edge. We have an Ohio woman. Well, you know, this was bound to happen. And this probably happens in your household, too. You know, I was sick all last week. I had touch of the flu, cough. My voice is still jacked up. Whole deal. And we thought that my wife was going to make it through unscathed. But she just sent me a message. My throat hurts. A little scratchy. I don't think it's looking good. So I guess I've passed it to her. Too much smooching. I think that's what it was. Here's our Ohio woman causing all kinds of havoc up in Toledo. Shocking. Our arch nemesis. I'm really trying to build that up. I would like Toledo to be the arch nemesis of Dayton. You know, they're sister cities, and that's all good, and, you know, kumbaya, and give us a big fat hug. I want the opposite. I want a sign in the city limits that says, you know, Dayton sister city, whatever it is, some happy place, arch nemesis, Toledo. That's what I would like. If we could get some signs like that, that would be great. U.S. Marshals in Toledo arrested a woman for an assault on a restaurant worker. Her name is Rakesha Williams, 31. She was upset that her Uber Eats order was taking too long. So I guess she's an Uber Eats delivery person. Not the customer themselves. She's the delivery person. She was upset that the order was taking too long. And according to witnesses, and it doesn't say which restaurant she was at. I'd like to know which place that was. It says it was taking too long and went into the kitchen area. The Uber driver went behind the counter and back into the kitchen, and I guess started arguing with the person who was preparing the food, which just delays it even more, right? And began punching and kicking the person in the kitchen several times. The victim suffered a concussion when her head struck the counter after being punched in the face. So you're upset because the meal is taking too long. So you exacerbate it by going in and committing assault. Okay. All right. So I'm guessing now she's going to be out of her Uber Eats delivery job. And she's sitting in jail. And she's probably not going to get a very good review on Uber Eats. Wow. That is quite the Ohio woman story.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Holst.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy, a hero.
Oh, he's a keeper.
It's fun listening. It's a good ride, but there's never any real danger.
Give it some time, man. You'll realize. You'll see. He'll grow on you.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Now from the WHIO News Center, here are the three big things you need to know. The body of a man is discovered in the woods near the Lowe's in Miami Township today. President Trump addresses the drop on Wall Street over fears of a trade war. And our current top local story, Dayton cops look into a shooting this afternoon near a park.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Expert brake repair you can trust. Make sure you can stop when you need to the most. Get a little peace of mind by making an appointment today with your trusted brake repair experts at GrismerTire.com.
Well, I-75 North seems to be back to normal following an earlier accident. The rest of the freeway system, no delays and no accidents. Will Harris, WHIO Triple Team Traffic.
Now here's the Miami Valley's most accurate